Howdy, folks. Welcome to the very chilly patio on the No Shoes Bar and Grill here deep in the heart of the Republic of, well, depending on exactly what hour you're talking about, the spring, summer, winter, or fall, the Republic of Texas. Actually, it's snowing out in Amarillo, and it's in the 50s here. You can't see it, it's off camera, but I actually have a blankie. So, yeah, it's a little chilly. It's probably was 55 earlier, but I think it's gone down a little bit. So anyway, I've been sitting here waiting because my old unused cell phone that I just use to watch myself when I'm doing this, I turned it on and it started an automatic update. Like, I don't use this damn thing anymore. Why is it updating? It wouldn't let me not update. So anyway, but I'll get that figured out as we go along because I ain't got time to be messing around today. It is, yeah, my beach bum blood is not built for this. Yeah, so I've been trying to figure out how I could build some sort of smoking lounge somewhere in this small piece of property I have here in Paradise. So far, nothing I've come up with has passed muster from the ultimate authority, Mrs. Sticks-n-Stonez. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get going. Actually, I'm here now. I'm able to see. No, that ain't it. That's that damn group. I don't know who those people are. They kind of stole my thunder. That ain't it. Hey, it says I'm going live. All right. Man, it always takes a little bit, but I managed to get there, So anyway, what we got going on today? We have some excellent stuff. I am pairing Penelope Wheated Bourbon with a Brickhouse Classic. Now, these Brickhouse they're made by J.C. Newman. They are very, very affordable sticks. I mean, we're talking like $5 for a stick. You can generally pick up a fumas, which is just a bundle wrapped in paper, for like, I don't know, 40, $50 on, CI, Thompson's, Famous, one of those. So anyway, but let's dive right in. I think I may have already said that. The Penelope Wheated is a straight bourbon whiskey that is non-chill filtered. It is 47.5% alcohol by volume, so 94 proof. The company is MGP. I forgot what MGP stands for. Anyway, the distillery is Ross and Squibb, which I think is what MGP is, but that's not what the S and the R and the S and the D aren't in MGP anywhere. So I don't know. Anyway, the release is 94 proof, 47.5% alcohol by volume. This is a non-age statement whiskey, although on Penelope's site it says their whiskeys are aged for this is aged somewhere in the 4 to 6 year time frame, so about 5 years. The Mashbill is 74% corn, very high corn content, should be really nice and sweet. 16% wheat. Wheat is also nice, got a nice little sweetness to it. 7% rye, which should throw in a little bit of spiciness, and then the last 3% is malted barley. We always have to have some of that. So let's go ahead and it's cold out here. Sure, I can break the fingernails out. I cut all them off, and I tell you, this live streaming is tough. Like you think you got everything you need, and you don't have it. But I live for that. Love that sound. Glasses up a nice little pour there. All right. As you can see, that has just a beautiful, beautiful gold color to it. It's a really nice deep gold. There aren't really any, a lot of times when you get wheated bourbons, they'll have kind of a red hue to them, kind of like with makers. This one doesn't have that, but it is just a beautiful, beautiful gold color. I mean, wow. On the nose, it has a very delicate aroma that it just makes it to you before you get the glass up to your nose. It's got some really like gentle notes of some sort of fresh baked rolls or croissants or something like that. It's got a wonderful vanilla aroma to it, with some nice kind of sweet corn, and then maybe just a little touch of brown sugar. I also get some like baking spices along the lines of maybe like a nutmeg. And specifically, not just any orchard fruit, but like pears. That has, I mean, you might find yourself just caught up in just smelling the spirit for a while, because it is a wonderful aroma. And for it to be 95 proof, there is absolutely no alcohol burn on the nose at all. Man, that's just wonderful. But hey, I know we're here for more than that, so we're going to keep going. Wow. On the palate, he really leans in to that 4-grain blend. You're really catching a little bit of all of it, except, you know, maybe the malted barley, because it's you know, there's so little of it. But you pick up the, you know, really nice corn sweetness. You get that nice gentle sweetness from the wheat, and then you catch that little spiciness of the rye. Oh man, really good. You get a really good blend of sweet and spicy. Um, there's kind of this gentle oakiness and some white peppercorns that add a little bit of the you know, kind of the rye spice in there. There's some really good notes of vanilla, and then some nice touches of honey. And you do get a little bit of alcohol burn right up on the front tip of your tongue. That's really good stuff. The finish, you get this kind of soft, kind of rye spice blended with the oak, and then you get not just vanilla, but like a frosted vanilla cake. And I'm sorry if you can hear the wind; it's blowing like crazy here, and that's what she said. Um, and it's a medium to medium long finish. It's got a really nice finish to it. It doesn't just like disappear. So I think you will really love this spirit. I really do. Now, the Brickhouse, built like a brick house. The Brickhouse line is manufactured by J.C. Newman, pretty well-known name in cigar manufacturing. This particular cigar they call a Robusto. It is 5 inches in length, 54 on the ring gauge. The wrapper is I never ran across this before, a Nicaraguan Havana Sabido. So, and then the binder and filler are both Nicaraguan tobaccos. So this should have a little bit of spiciness on it too. And this is a medium to full, cigar. Visually, it's a really nice looking stick. There is a little bit of color change down near the end here. You may be able to kind of see it when the light's on it just right. You can see where the colors change right there in the leaf. The seams are, I was trying to think of that word, seams. The seams are visible, but they're very tight. There is minimal veining. The few veins that are there are pronounced. You can see them really well, but it's not like there's a lot of smaller veins coming off. It has a triple, actually, 1, 2, 3. You kind of say, you could, yeah, I guess that, no, it's tucked up under there. I actually see 4 caps on this thing. When I was smoking last week, had 4 caps. Wow, maybe that's going to be something new in the cigar industry or something. I don't know. It's got a slightly oily wrapper to it. Does appear to have a few hints of tooth. We'll kind of watch for that because I really love that when that happens. The little pockets of oil that are in the wrapper leaf warm up enough that they pop through the leaf. And it creates the little wet spots on the cigar. Yeah, I really like that. That's so on the nose. I will say it's got a very simple nose to it. There's cedar, there's notes of earth, and there's some really distinctive hints of hay. I mean, a really nice undercurrent of hay in that. It's just like if you go into a barn that's full of hay, it's just a really great aroma. It really is. It's typically frowned upon. And then stick it in their cutter. I always do it because I just want to try and help keep it from, anything breaking off of it it's not supposed to. So using my C-Car, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think that's the way it's said. My V-cutter, I am very partial to the V-cut. That is my preferred method of cutting. Now you can hear my 95-pound doorbell going off inside. On the cold draw, there's a nice nuttiness to it with a little bit of dried fruit, something along the lines of like figs or dates, maybe dried plums, and that also brings in a slight sweetness to it. All right, let's light her up. I'm very happy to be back doing this show all the time, and I tried doing kind of the political thing. Yeah, that'll give you ulcers. And that lit really well. There's a significant amount of nuttiness on the light, on the puff. It's pretty spice forward, and then the next thing you get is the nuttiness. There's a little bit of dried fruit, maybe some touches of maybe kind of licorice in there somewhere. And then kind of in the background, there's a nice woodiness. It's not like a real particular wood, just kind of that, like you go in the lumber shop, lumber yard, Home Depot, whatever. And I'm not supporting or not for them or against them. I just, that's the first name that came to mind. I have a feeling, even though that is very, very low, that you might be able to hear my TV. Keeps TV on out here, gives me something to look at. So, because there's generally a half a cigar left to smoke when I cut off. So, I'd have something to do. But in actuality, it looks like I'm the only one on. So I'm just preaching to the choir. Really preaching to the choir. All right, need to try that my normal way. Looks like a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? All right, together these do pretty well. The kind of the little sweety, little spicy on both of them really work together well. The stick has that light, dried, fruity sweetness, not sweetiness. And the bourbon brings in vanilla and honey sweetness. I'm really impressed with the Penelope Wheated. That is an excellent spirit. It really is. I haven't had any of their like super exclusive ones. It's kind of hard to find, like the Valencia and the Rio. So, but I have all of the basics. The 4-grain, the Architect. Now I have the Wheated and the Rosé. Rosé was my favorite. This is kind of, Rosé is hard to beat, but I don't know, that may do it. There's a citrusy tang on the retro that is really pronounced. I won't say that, I don't think there's much in the way of peppery or spicy. It's just a lot of kind of, it almost makes your, how your cheeks draw together when you like have some lemon. It's kind of the same thing in your nose. It's really cool. If you are following me on X, you may be like, this dude posts a whole lot of stuff that has nothing to do with spirits and cigars. And you're right. I'm trying to build my following. I'm trying to get to the point where I can be, monetized. That's what everybody's chasing that is doing this kind of stuff. And I've found that the way to do that is to put your tweets into as many popular pies as possible. But I am staying away from politics. I know there's people that follow me on X that, they're all, I don't know, super MAGA or super other side or whatever. And I don't really care. But I don't say nothing about politics. I talk about puppies and beautiful locations. And I do post a lot of the SpaceX stuff because it's really cool. And they're shooting people up like every few days, it seems. It's you're like, I never thought I would be at the point in my life where, we sent up people like to the moon, or like every few years, Elon's shooting people up into space like constantly. They had some drop back down yesterday. I think they were where most of the stuff rotates around the Earth, like the Earth rotates. This particular one, they were doing the loops north to south. So they were going up over the North Pole and then down over Antarctica. They were the first ones to have done that. It's like 50-something loops that they made while they were up there. It's really cool. I just found all that stuff amazing. But what I do is I look for the posts that have the most impressions. So, not to give away too many of my secrets. As long as those posts have nothing to do with politics or the economy or anything like that, I'm keeping it positive. Puppies, any kind of animals, really, because there's some really cool ones out there. I love panda bears. Panda bears are one of my favorites. And I say this all the time on panda posts. I'm like, they are the court jesters of the animal world. Those are the funniest animals. You watch them, they've fallen out of trees. They just like they're made out of rubber. They just bounce and get right back up again. One of them, he's like sitting in a rocking chair rocking, and it flips back over on top of him, and he gets up and he's like, what the hell happened? It's just, they're funny. But then you see the panda mamas with their babies, and you're like, wow, they are so gentle and so loving. It's just amazing. But anyway. Now, I'm sitting here watching some of my other favorite stuff. That is ghost stuff. I love watching those ghost shows. I find it funny. It's kind of cool, you know. I wouldn't go do it. And anytime they're like interviewing somebody and they're talking about how bad their life has been, and then they happen to say that, well, this one time I got out this Ouija board, there was your first mistake right there. Stay away from that stuff. Nope. Anytime they say that word, all right, yeah, well, you got what you deserve. Now you need to get rid of it. Because those things, you can't just go throw them in the trash. And from what all the experts say, don't go burn them. You have to call a professional and have that thing extricated. Otherwise, that stuff will follow you around like VD. This is a pretty good cigar. I mean, for a $5 cigar or even less if you're buying them in the Fumas. I think this is a 5-pack. That's typically what I do. I buy 5-packs until it's something I know I like. One thing that I found, not to overshadow this thing, but you're probably going to see me smoking quite a bit, is Macanudo orange labels. The Inspirado orange. I have accumulated 2 boxes of the Robustos in the orange label. I love that cigar. I have 2 5-packs and what's left of a 5-pack, like 3 or 4 cigars of the Inspirado white label. It's pretty good too. I've got 3 or 4 of the red labels. I am not certain I've smoked the green label yet, and I know I haven't smoked, I'm pretty sure I haven't smoked the black label. Need to try those too. Great amount of smoke, as you can see, coming off of this stick. It's got a really good, just kind of natural burn line. It's not like razor straight, but it's just got those little dips and ebbs in it. Really nice stacks of ash building up there. And it's doing it good as far as burn time. It's probably been about 10 minutes or so, maybe 12, since we lit the cigar. Because I was kind of goofing off when we first started because I was trying to get everything going. Now, I was gonna pick my phone up and turn it around because you get that like forever effect, like if you're holding a mirror to a mirror or something like that. But I'm afraid I'd mess it up. The hell is he driving? What's those 3-wheel things that people are driving now? It's like a motorcycle. It's got 2 wheels in the front, 1 in the back. This is the same thing, but it looks like it's about 50 years older. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's a 1960s version. I will say, this has been a really great matchup. I think I'm definitely going to be doing some more pairing with the wheated. I think I already have some things in mind that I think would go really great with it. And the orange label, Macanudo, is probably one of them. So you may see me pairing this, the wheated bourbon again here in the very near future. Sorry. But I do have a thing for wheated bourbons. I'm a big Maker's Mark fan. I'm a big Four Roses fan. And those are more wheated type bourbons. I got rye and I drink rye, not a lot of it though. Matter of fact, I've got a bottle of E.H. Taylor in there that I haven't even taken out of the little tube thing yet, whatever they call that. Need to figure out what they call that. Oh, we're looking for ghosts somewhere in the tropics. Oh, there's a baby with his mouth, a baby doll with his mouth wide open like it was crying. No, no. I wouldn't buy that for my kid. Crazy. Wake up in the middle of the night. Cause all kind of nightmares. We'll keep a lot. I mean, all my girls are teenagers and up. So they ain't a lot of baby dolls around my house. But yeah, I wouldn't be doing any of that stuff. That's crazy. That's like that doll down in Key West somewhere that's supposed to be like haunted, and if you have to like ask permission to take pictures of it or what, no, ain't going there. Nope, 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 not going. Don't want to see it. Nope. So hey, hang on just a second. Sorry, it's cold out here, and I wasn't going to do anything nasty on camera, so I just had to wipe my nose. There's a towel off camera. I was going to go out to my favorite cigar lounge today, but it just kept getting later and later, and I'm like, yeah, not today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. So, but we are nearing the 30-minute mark, and that's kind of where I like to cut it off. I don't do those hour-long ones anymore. I'm still the only one watching anyway, so you know. But as we're getting closer to the halfway mark, we're probably like a third of the way in, or something thereabouts. You're seeing the kind of spicier notes kind of retreat to the background in the stick, and that dried fruity sweetness kind of coming up a little bit. So yeah, this is a very enjoyable smoke. And you know, hey, you get a bundle of them for less than $50. You got like 25 cigars, or 20. It's 20 or 25. I forgot. It's a great cigar. Just to keep in your humidor. Doesn't cost you a whole lot of money. It's a really nice smoke, and you really enjoy it. It's a whole lot. It's a whole lot better for me, being the frugal person that I am. That's why you don't find any Pappy Van Winkle in my on my whiskey shelves. You can smoke a whole bunch of these for the same amount of money that you can smoke one super expensive cigar. Now, and I have yet to try one of the like super expensive cigars that I've said, oh yeah, I need to spend some more money and buy another one of those. They're good, don't get me wrong. I have not been unimpressed. I've just been like, yeah, I don't necessarily want to keep a few of those around. Generally, you can buy them at the cigar shop individually, or you can buy them by the box, whether it's at the cigar shop or online. And either way, you know, like, like I go back and look. I reviewed one just, I don't know, like maybe 3 weeks ago, and it was like a $29 cigar. It was good. I could have smoked 6 of these for that. And it's the same with the Swiss brand. They know who they are. It's a good cigar. It's not worth $30 a stick. Maybe if there's a surprise trip to Switzerland in there, might try that. Love to go to Switzerland, and then just across the border from Germany, the motherland. But I'm telling you, the Penelope Wheated, you definitely need to try. If you're into whiskeys, you definitely need to try that one if you haven't. I have just started seeing it here recently. You couldn't, you know, I've been hearing about it, but I couldn't find it. And I think it is a fairly new release. So I may have gotten lucky, but it was like a $50 bottle, pretty sure. Because my little small package store that's kind of tucked around where I know not many people, and as a matter of fact, the only time I've been in there that there's been anybody other than me and the person working behind the counter is, like, I've been there once and there's been one other person there. No, two other people there. And they had a bottle of E.H. Taylor small batch sitting out there with a sign under it that says, you can buy this if you spend $40. So I spent $50. They happened to have that on the shelf. So I bought a bottle. It was $50, and I got to buy the E.H. Taylor small batch, which was like closer to $100. Now it's like $70. Something like that. All in all, it was between $125 and $150 for both of them. So with, you know, the taxes and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to let you go because now we're over 30 minutes. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, share, notify, whether you're watching on X or YouTube or wherever. Go see me on all the other ones. You know, like me, subscribe me, all that over there. And tell your friends, because I'm really glad to be back doing this. I didn't like the other stuff. The other stuff was just, So until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, stones cold. Have a great day.